Welcome back to Chamber Exchange, a TV show. And again, I want to thank our sponsors who make the show happen, the Worcester Railers Hockey Club and Worcester Regional Airport. I'm thrilled to have with us in this segment Richard Cheney, who is the Regional Director of the Massachusetts Small Development Center Network at Clark University, the Central Regional Office. Richard, it's great to have you with us.
Thank you, Tim. It's great to be with you. Your office has always been a great supporter of our program, and we really thank you for all the hard work you guys do with the Chamber. Great work.
Well, we use 3 words to try to organize our work that are over my shoulder: recruit, retain, and incubate. And
great.
Central to that is, how do we create new businesses, empower new entrepreneurs, incubate them, and support them in a variety of ways. And a lot of time it's giving them that preliminary information and then making that referral to the Mass Small Business Development Center at Clark. And so maybe you could just, jump right in on the services that you provide.
Great. Thank you so much, Tim. Yes, the Small Business Development Center has been around for a very long time, but I don't know if people would realize I think we've completed our 40th year at Clark University with the Small Business Development Center. I won't even go into detail about some of the incredible numbers we've seen, the millions of dollars of capital formation and the like. But what we do basically is provide one-on-one, comprehensive, confidential, and free of charge advice to either a person who has a business or someone who wants to own a business or start a business. We work with small businesses where one of the technical assistance arms of the Small Business Administration. The other 2 would be SCORE, which people might have heard about, and the other would be CWE, or the Center for Women Enterprise. We are in our office. We have 3 full-time senior advisors, and then I act as regional director. All 4 of us do advice and counseling for small business owners. We also have we have an office manager, a client coordinator, a combination, and we have 2 graduate students that also help us out with what we do. We see probably.
So that's where the Clark relationship adds.
Well, the concept has always been around building a program that can leverage the intellectual property at schools of business. And so 40 years ago, when this program was set up in Massachusetts, they put together offices. They're at Pittsfield, Springfield, Salem, and Fall River. And in Worcester, the 2nd largest city in New England, for some reason, I have no idea why, but it landed at Clark. And that Clark relationship has always been a very strong relationship. We provide a lot of community outreach for the university. They provide a lot of support for us. And it's been a very, very strong, very beneficial relationship, I think, for both sides. I should add, Alan Eisner is the new dean of the School of Management, who's come in from Pace University. He's very familiar with the small business development centers and what we do. And I've met with him, and I'm feeling really thrilled that we're going to begin to or continue to build that relationship and really be able to leverage that intellectual property. We're going to try to put students with our clients who work on some real world projects, some real world problems that benefit not only the students, but also benefit our clients as well.
So you mentioned, real world problems. I mean, our businesses are dealing with a real world problem with COVID-19. And so not only, helping somebody who might be interested in creating their own business in this environment, you work with them on that, but certainly counseling businesses who, have had to adjust. I mean, every sector of the economy, every business, and they've traditionally been focused on making the widgets, delivering the service. Now they know they've got to pivot. Who do they go to? And that's where your services play in.
Right. I would characterize what we do and indeed what small business development centers across the country. There are about 98 of us business centers around the country. We really are business generalists, and all of us who advise and counsel small business owners or nascent entrepreneurs, as we call them, we certainly have a thorough understanding of what it takes to start a business. We can put together a financial model that includes a balance sheet, cash flow, pro forma, and so on. But we also have established an outreach group, if you will. So if you need legal advice, we don't practice law, but we will connect the people to a group of attorneys that we know have provided advice and good work for us in the past. We do the same thing with CPAs, accountants, insurance agents. We have tremendous working relationship with the lenders, the banks. We work with angel investors. We work with venture capitalists. So virtually every fundamental aspect of running a business, we have a certain knowledge of or certain familiarity with that. And so if we don't have an answer, and we certainly will be the first to admit if we don't have one, we will connect the client with people who do have the answers, whether it be people here in Worcester or if we've got to go outside the town. We have, up until COVID, we were going to about 9 different chambers, visiting with people there, obviously Worcester, but going out to down to all the chambers within the region around here, Framingham, for example, up to Leominster, and down to Millbury, Milford, and so on. So we continue that outreach, but we do it now remotely. But we will work with all small business owners.
So let me just, this viewer out there who has been impacted by this crisis, and we just have a couple of minutes left, so I want to make sure we, if someone's been impacted by this crisis, lost their job, downsized, or maybe just, have always had this dream or vision of, starting a business, or maybe have a hobby that they want to take to the next level. How do they, engage with you, sit down? What is that process? How can they get in touch?
Oh, okay. Well, first of all, we have gone through personnel changes, but I'll give you 2 places to call. You can call my direct line right now, which is 508-793-7649. That's my direct line, and you can either leave a message, because I am working remotely, although I can actually access my telephone calls via my computer, or you can send an email to me at rcheney, that's RCHENEY, @clarku.edu. Don't forget the U at the end of Clark. You send me an email or drop me a telephone call. I will set up an arrangement with either myself or one of our advisors, and we'll take the next steps forward to helping you solve, the business owner solve whatever problems they may have.
Yeah, that's important. And then, just lastly, and, business that may have some issues, or, hey, look, I know I'm going to need additional, capital to do X, Y, or Z, want some guidance and investment. You provide that level of
exactly. I tell you what, it's easiest to know what we don't do. We don't make loans, for one thing, and we don't actually write a person's business plan, but we will produce a financial model and a funding proposal that's geared for the underwriting that's done by a bank. So we'll help people get prepared to go to a lender and put their best foot forward. And we go through the 5 C's of borrowing, and we provide all the information, whether it's good or bad. We'll explain to our client, potential borrower, here's the good news, here's maybe the not so good news, and then we give some advice as to what they can do next.
Good stuff. Well, we're going to wrap it up there, but Richard Cheney, who's the Regional Director of the Massachusetts Small Development Center Network and Central Regional Office here in Worcester at Clark University. Thanks for being with us, and look forward to talking with you again soon.
Well, thank you very much, Tim. Have a good day.
Stay with us for our final segment of Chamber Exchange.
Let's all do our part to safely support small business during these challenging times. From delicious dinners, to great fashion finds, to that perfect pick-me-up, Worcester is open for business. Join your community in entering the We Love Worcester photo contest today. Visit discovercentralmass.org for details. Worcester, we're in this together.
you a Central Massachusetts business owner? Do you want a voice in public policy and economic development? Are you looking to increase your network or generate new business leads? A membership with the Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce will provide you with a variety of tools and opportunities to help you stay connected with the diverse and growing business community of the region.
We just started right out of school, so we didn't know the team of professionals that we were going to need to start our company. So we were able to get put in touch with people who offered those services, and that helped us out a lot.
Joining the chamber can provide you access to great resources, connections that you wouldn't otherwise have.
Serving as New England's largest chamber of commerce, the chamber is a proud supporter and advocate of the local business community.
Advocacy is the biggest benefit that I see. The chamber is there to benefit business and frankly to benefit economic development for all of us, residents or business owners.
Join today to take advantage of the chamber's wide range of resources and benefits.